How to play Fantasy Realms. 3 to 6 players, ages 14 and up, playtime 20 minutes.
In Fantasy Realms, players begin with a 7-card hand and take turns drawing either a face-down or face-up card, then discarding 1 card face-up on the table. We do this in order to build the most powerful combination of cards in our hands. Once the discard area has 10 cards, the game ends immediately, and the player with the most points by calculating their card's base strength, bonuses, and penalties wins. He may now lay claim to all the dames or mains that he or she may wish. Or do nothing, it is up to you. You have all the power. Setup.
Shuffle the deck, then deal 7 cards to each player. Randomly determine the first player by punching each other in the face until someone gives up. Then play will continue clockwise.
The turn.
On your turn, you must draw 1 card, then discard another card. You have 2 choices to draw from: a face-down card from the deck or a face-up card from the discard area. The first player must start with a face-down card from the deck.
Card anatomy.
Each card has a unique name, base strength, suit, and a bonus and/or penalty.
Important terms.
Blanked cards are ones that have been completely stripped of everything, including their suit, bonuses, penalties, and base strength. Essentially, if a card is blanked, treat it as if it isn't even there. For example, smoke is blanked unless you have at least 1 flame card in your hand. See? Ain't worth anything. So right now, it's worth nothing. But look, there's a flame in the discard area. On your turn, you can draw it into your hand, then discard another card, and now it's worth 27 points.
Yay!
If a card says it clears something, that means it removes that penalty from other cards. For example, Swamp loses 3 points for each army and flame card in your hand, but your rangers clear that army penalty for you. Unfortunately, you will still lose points from your flames though.
Oh. Ending the game.
Players take turns drawing a card and discarding a card until there are 10 face-up cards in the discard area. As soon as this happens, the game ends immediately, then you score your hands.
Scoring hands.
Add up the base strengths and any bonuses or penalties of the cards in your hands. Other players' hands have no effect on yours. Remember that if a card is blanked, it is worth nothing. Light it on fire and then flick it at whoever owns the game, okay? For example, you have a world tree with a base strength of 2 and a bonus of 50 points if every non-blanked card is a different suit, which they are. The War Dirigible has a base of 35 but is blanked unless with at least 1 army card, which you have, or if there is a weather card in your hand, which there isn't, so you're all good. Yay! The Elven Archers have a base of 10 and a bonus of 5 if there is no weather, making it 15 points total. The Fountain of Life only has a base of 1, but it can add the base strength of another weapon, flood, flame, land, or weather. So we're going to go with the weapon and add 35 points by using the War Dirigible. The Warlock Lord has a base strength of 25 and would have a penalty of -10 for each leader or other wizard in your hand, which there are no leaders and this is your only wizard, so you're good to go. The Bell Tower has a base of 8 and a 15-point bonus with any 1 wizard. If you had 2 wizards in your hand, it would only get the 15-point bonus once. You don't stack it, so don't even try, Corey, okay? Finally, we have a dragon with a base of 30, but if you did not have a wizard in your hand, it would be worth -40. Whew.
Oh, damn.
This brings your total score to 216. Not bad.
Strategeries.
It is important that the cards in your hand work well together. Not only do you want to collect the cards that combo to gain the most points possible, but you also want to ensure that you avoid as many penalties as possible as well. Try to get rid of those pesky penalties as soon as possible and only pick up cards that would help you gain more points, obviously.
Game variants. 2-player rounds.
Neither player starts with any cards. Instead, each player takes turns either drawing 2 face-down cards from the deck, then discarding 1, or they can take 1 face-up card from the discard area. This continues until you have 7 cards in your hand. Then play continues normally, drawing 1 card, then discarding 1 until there are 12 face-up cards in the discard area.
Chaos rounds for 3 to 7 players.
Deal 7 cards to each player, then decide on a time limit. 5 minutes is good for experienced players, but feel free to add a little bit more time if you need it. Instead of taking turns, players will start a timer, then simultaneously trade cards with each other at a 1-for-1 rate. Once the time is expired, score your hands and the player with the most points wins. If you have a necromancer, you may draw 3 cards from the deck and choose one to add to your hand before scoring.
This is the end, my friend.
Thank you for watching. If you found this tutorial helpful, please like and subscribe below. Also let us know what you thought in the comments and if you have any suggestions for future tutorials. If you like looking at pictures, follow Board Game Tutorials on TikTok and Instagram. Also, head over to our website and sign up for our newsletter at boardgametutorials.com.